For a fuller understanding of where things stand and where they might go, we have Chief Washington correspondent Major Garrett, who is also guru of the big board today.
Right. So gurus specialize in either meditation or contemplation. I can't really guarantee any meditation right now, but let's contemplate a few things mathematically,
Let's
Tony.
do it.
Let's start at the top. 68 electoral votes have yet to be allocated or projected. Keep that number in mind. I'm also going to walk you through what Joe Biden needs, the former vice president, to win, where he currently is now. 253 with 17, he would get to 270. Donald Trump is currently with allocated electoral votes at 213. With 57, he would get to 270. Keep those numbers in mind. All right, I'm going to walk you through very gradually each state that hasn't been declared and what the vote margins are and what remains to be counted. Let's start in Nevada. Former Vice President Biden has an 8,000 vote lead. 202,000 ballots remain to be counted. We have that in lean Biden because we believe most of that count will come from net Biden parts of Nevada. Let's go down to Arizona. The former vice president has a lead of 70,000 votes with 489,000 votes to remain. We also have that lean Biden because of the places where those votes will come from. Let's just stop right there. This is 6 electoral votes in Nevada, 11 in Arizona. That's 17. If Joe Biden holds these 2 states, that's it. That's 270 right there. Now let's go to the remaining part of the map. Georgia. Donald Trump is in the lead by 20,000 with 223,000 votes to be counted. In North Carolina, the president has an 80,000 vote lead. 292,000 votes remain to be counted. And in Pennsylvania, the president has a 200,000 vote lead with 801,000 votes remaining. Here's the tricky part for the president. He still has a path to re-election, but he has to claw back Nevada, claw back Arizona, win Georgia, win North Carolina, and Pennsylvania. Without Pennsylvania, Tony, even if he wins all this, he's still just short of the 270.
He's got to run the table, in other words.
He's got to run the table. What all the former vice president needs is Nevada and Arizona. Everything else on that is sort of icing on the cake.
But important to point out that the reason we have not projected a winner in these 5 states is because we still see a viable path for either candidate to take it.
There is a viable path for both candidates. It is more complicated and complex for the president than it is currently for the former vice president, but you can see through these numbers, there are votes to count, and the margins are close. So what do we want to do in this country? We want to count the votes accurately, make sure they are verifiable. That way we will know what this path is and who is able to walk it.
And we just got word from the Secretary of State in Georgia that they expect their count to be done by midday. So we might be able to fill in some of the gaps there. Otherwise, we're going to just a waiting game at this point.
It's a waiting game for those who are counting, and for the public watching, and for the verified results to be presented.
And you can see the fact that the margins are so close and the outstanding vote is so large, that's why there is the possibility for change across the board.
Exactly, but for the President of the United States, Pennsylvania, which he has already declared he has won, which no one has projected and no one in Pennsylvania has said, but you look at that 200,000, 800,000, you can see he might be on way to winning Pennsylvania, but he's got to get everything else.
Yeah. Candidates do not declare the victory.
States certify.
Exactly. Very true. All right, Major Garrett, thank you very much.